But the Sheffield Eagles' John Lawless is handed the number 9 jersey in the middle of what is a very powerful front row of Broadbent, Lawton and himself. And Centre Keith Senior, who missed the semi-final through suspension, he returns in the middle of that three-quarter lineup. Wigan fielding a full-strength side with Henry Paul returning from international duty in New Zealand last weekend. He'll partner Tony Smith at half-back, and skipper Andy Farrell moves from stand-off to his usual loose forward position, number 13 and skipper.
Sheffield have started very early by splitting their attacking pattern, having options both sides of the ruck, and that's very important. They have to cause Wigan problems in defence, and it's essential that they do split their attack and give the Wigan defence different variations to look at.
That's good handling from Doyle. Senior, he's got the wing Crowther with him. Good support inside there from Paul Carr. Can he get the ball away? He does. Broadbent gets there. Tremendous attack down that left-hand side on the 5th tackle. Robinson's underneath it. Oh, he's missed it! Pickney's in there for the first try.
Well, plan one comes exactly right for John Keir and his team. They worked it up the left-hand side. They went to the air then with the kick from Aston. It was a beautiful kick into the corner. Jason Robinson, the wingman, number 2 for Wigan, was in the right position but just couldn't get off his feet to catch the ball. Didn't jump high enough. And there's the man who scored the try, Nick Pinkney.
John Keir did say all week that he would put some high kicks on Jason Robinson, Joe.
Well, he obviously looked at him. He's not the tallest player on the field. He couldn't get up for that one. There was a lot of pressure on him, but Nick Pinkney did very, very well. Kept his eye on the ball. Watch him as he climbs above them. The 2 Sheffield players there. Nick Pinkney claims it. And that's downward pressure. That's a great try to start off the game.
It is a problem when you're taking a high kick like that. Mark Aston then from the touch line just edges across the face of the post there. So the underdogs in the lead already here at Wembley, 4 points to 0. And it's Wigan's turn to defend. Oh, yeah. Well, he played it to nobody. Sheffield Eagles ball, Pinkney, Fatu Taiwa.
That was a huge mistake from Wigan there. I think Jason Robinson was a little bit dizzy, a little bit groggy. Didn't realise he should have been acting half-back to pick up the ball.
All Broadbent. Dave Watson. Wigan's defence shuffling across. Oh, it's going for the corner. Crowder's picked it up on the corner there. The long pass deceived everybody. Oh, Matt Crowder, his 9th try in the Challenge Cup, and the 23-year-old Scottish international is in at the corner. Sensations here for the Sheffield Eagles supporters. 14 years in Rugby League, and they've never known a half hour like this. Sheffield 8, Wigan 0, and the bookmakers' odds turned on their head.
Long pass, there might have been a bounce in it, but on the wing lurking there was Matt Crowther, as you say. Enough time to get that ball down. Sheffield's second try, what a start. Just 2 passes across the line. There you are. The final one wasn't the best of passes, but it caught Wigan napping. Gary Connolly didn't have time to get across and cover.
Mark Aston with the kick from the touchline. Has he judged those wins? He has! Superb effort from the Eagles halfback. 28 goals prior to today. Another one there. And no wonder those Sheffield fans are dancing. Watson again to Paul Broadbent. Couple of tackles remaining. Here is an attempt to drop. Mark Aston! And he's given it. Mr. Cummins adjudging that the ball went over the crossbar there. 39 drop goals from Mark Aston. And as Joe Lydon predicted, the one-pointer. 11 points to 2, and Sheffield come away again with more points.
Wise by the coach and by the players from Sheffield. The clock was ticking down. Mark Aston realised 1 point would keep the scoreboard clicking forward in the right direction as far as they're concerned.
4 appearances here as a coach, 4 wins. Deep in thought there. Watson. Keith Senior coming in midfield. 8 metres there now from that line. Paul Broadbent on the charge. Turner just held up, is he? No, the referee's having a word with the in-goal judge, and he's given the try. Oh, a shock! The substitute on there, he saw it gap just at the play of the ball, and Garen Turner shot inside, and he scored. There was a little doubt. Mr. Cummings just checked with Stephen Wright, the in-goal judge. But let's have a look at this. Here he comes, and there's the ball, Joe.
Well, I wouldn't have backed him in that one. There were 3, possibly 4 Wigan players. Chris Radlinski, Neil Cowie's there, Mick Cassidy also on the line. He does get held up. He forces, he struggles, then just watch the right hand pop out and put the ball down. Bang on the line, and that's a try.
The ball on the line, and that is a try in Rugby League. The Wigan players know it. Dennis Betts turns away.
A great view here on this angle. You see that right arm stretches out. Bang under the sticks. This won't be a problem for Mark Aston's kicking.
Aston, very cool, very calm, takes his time. Couple of deep breaths. And a couple of points. And surely Wigan are in serious trouble now. The expression on the fans and Andy Farrell's faces tell it all. And just look at those Sheffield Eagles fans. Their first appearance at Wembley for Rugby League. McCormick to Tony Smith. What a tremendous tackle there by Turner. He spotted the problem. He moved up very, very quickly. McCormick again, from the acting half-back. Henry Paul to Betts. They've got space here. Ball's going into the corner. And Wigan have pulled a try back. Mark Bell, the former St George winger, puts some hope into the Wigan fans. 17 points to 6 for Sheffield. Now then, have we got a game on our hands?
No question of that, Ray. They're definitely a game. Some superb defence by Sheffield. They kept Wigan out 2-3 times. Then the ball comes to the right-hand side. Dennis Betts links up, and there's Bell to finish it off.
Yeah, it was a good pass from Henry Paul, Joe, wasn't it?
It was, and Gilmore, the substitute, in the line. Dennis Betts has a look, draws the man, Senior, finds Gilmore's outside. Gilmore doesn't bother taking on the line. He just passes it straight on to Bell, who's in acres of space on the outside there. They're right back in it now, Ray. I tell you, we have got a game on our hands here.
And it's interesting to think, Joe, that it all came courtesy of that mistake, that drop ball by Keith Senior. You don't realise at the time what damage they can cause.
Well, that's it. I mean, Wigan have been the team in the first half, certainly. They will dropping ball and making mistakes. Great kick by Farrell for another 2 points.
That's a tremendous boost for Wigan and their fans. Farrell slotting the kick over from the touchline. And suddenly the tempo goes up here in Wembley. 17 points to Sheffield, but the Eagles are not home yet by any means.
Centre field, great scoring opportunity.
Wigan calling all the shots now. Dennis Betts calling on his years of experience here at Wembley. Betts and Farrell leading the way in this Wigan pack. There is Andy Farrell. The youngster, Lee Gilmore, 20 years of age. Good long pass there to Paul. Paul, will he go himself? Tried. He's lost it. Play on, says Mr. Collins. And Robinson's going in. Well, He finally blew up. He didn't play any advantage. I think he was playing advantage actually for Sheffield Eagles, but there was none there.
The Sheffield Eagles player went down to try and collect the ball from Henry Paul as he spilled it. It was McCormack that put his foot to it. The referee was in total control. He realised it wasn't play on. Pulled them back to the scrum. Jason Robinson would have claimed the try if they'd have given it.
Lee beat Leeds in the 70s. Could this be the glory for Sheffield? And there is the Sheffield chairman. Just look at him. He knows success is so near. And there it is. It's all over. Sheffield Eagles. And the chairman there, Tim Ward, is absolutely delighted. As are those Eagle fans and the players. They have created history, and that's the man who's done it, John Keir, the Sheffield Eagles coach. And they can't believe it. An incredible performance.
Absolutely fantastic by Sheffield. They've come here as massive underdogs. I spoke to the Sheffield coaching staff, particularly John Keir, during the week. He said he was confident. He said he'd come here, he had a few game plans that he had to put into place. He was confident in his players' ability. They were happy to play the role of the underdogs, sneak in almost unnoticed and take away the trophy, and that's what they've done this afternoon. They must be delighted. The Wigan players look shell-shocked now. They're sitting down on the grass. You know, it's a horrible place to lose this.
Andy Farrell there being magnanimous in defeat. He's known glory here. He's taken home Cup winners' medals, and so has that man. The first defeat in the Challenge Cup for John Money. To receive the trophy from the Right Honourable Chris Smith, the Secretary of State for the Department of Culture, Media and Sport. And I don't think there's ever been a happier skipper. Sheffield to lift the Silk Cup Challenge Cup trophy for 1998 for the first time in their history. Sheffield Eagles, the Cup winners. And John Money, a round of applause. He's been through success and failure. Tim Adams, the chairman, he said to me last week, you know, an outsider can win a race, and the outsider has won for him. Mark Aston, tremendous performance and a winner of the Lance Todd Trophy. Matt Crowther and Keith Senior did so much as well in the earlier rounds to keep Sheffield ticking away, kept picking up the tries and putting the hard tackles in. Rod Doyle from Australia and Fetu Taiwa from New Zealand. Truly a cosmopolitan side. Savatabur, Vaisali Savatabur from Fiji. Paul Carr from Australia. Darren Shaw. Joe. I don't think they can hardly believe it.
Those players come, they prepared well for it, they deserve it.
Tom Smith, the president of the Rugby Football League, just shaking a hand or two there.